Okay, let's
Do it. That's right. Ooh, do, 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 do. Meow. Dammi Falastini, baby. Hey, that's just a fun little, just a just a little, you know what I'm saying? Free Palestine. How about that? How about we just do a thing about that? How about we free motherfucking Palestine for Christ's sake? What are we doing, guys? I'm holding you personally responsible for the actions of Israel, and I'm gonna punish you. For real though, it's crazy. It's really crazy what's going on, in the Middle East. It's so far away, and it's like there's nothing that can be done, right? We certainly can't do anything about it, can we? Can we? Anyway, fuck Israel, free Palestine, death to imperialism everywhere. Anyway, that was a little ditty where I said Dammi Falastini, even though, my freaking Dammi isn't Falastini, technically. I'm Lebanese. I'm Lebanese. But I still support Palestine because I'm not one of those bad Lebanese people who don't. I see you, Maronite Catholics, who I am, a Maronite Catholic. You guys really, really fucking suck sometimes. And I think it would behoove you as a people to realize that no matter what, you're still Arabs to those people in the West. You're never going to be white. It's just never going to happen, buddy. Doesn't matter how Christian you are, you're going to be white, or you're not going to be white. I almost tricked myself. Okay, anyway, on that note, let's go through the patch a little bit here. So I did something real funky with it this time. What I did, I'm going to just quickly restart this because my voice sounds bad. I don't like it. Ta-da! There we are. Much better. Okay, what we got going on in this patch is... What the hell is that? Right? Like, what is that? Well, I'll tell you what it is. My drums are being synthesized, folks. They're not sampled. They're synthesized. So what does that mean? It means we're sending some signals to a bunch of different shit to make different sounds. So let's start out with the easiest to understand. There's my hi-hats. Hi-hats are... Let me just turn this, do that. Okay. Hi-hats. Now that tick-tick-tick sound is a combination of two things. Now it doesn't have to be, but I wanted it to be. Now, technically you could just do this. Let me pull. So this is just noise. Noise going into a envelope, into a VCA. So noise goes into the VCA. VCA goes letting the sound come through, right? But only when I tell it to on this envelope, right? So the envelope goes to the VCA, and then we get... Now, of course, I'm sequencing this. I'm sending this input trigger to my envelope, right? And let me just get to the actual thing. Handy on the MPC, you can actually just make a pad full of your little guys. So I could stop this. Hear that? Hi-hat. But I also have something else mixed in here, which I just think is kind of nice. I think it just sounds good. And it's... Can we... Oh, I pulled it out. You gotta put it in, ladies. So, what that is vowel. So if I open this up a little bit, you'll hear it just sounds like it's the vocal synthesizer, which I've used in many patches. But today I'm using it to make my hi-hat sound a little different. That sounds bad. There we go. Just gives it a little bit of extra flavor. All kind of hi-hatty, right? Okay. Next, the kick drum. Now, what this is my steady state gate. But you could do this with any filter. It doesn't have to be this particular one. I just like the way it sounds. So what's happening here is resonant filter. If you can make it self-oscillate. Let me take out this. Okay, so we'll just hear it. So nothing's going into the filter. It sounds like nothing, right? If you bring this resonance up, it starts to self-oscillate and produce a sine wave, right? That's what it sounds like. Now, if I start exciting it, because this thing has a built-in envelope, which is kind of cool, that's just that sound just being subtractive synthesis style gated, right? Duck, 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 duck. And see, I can open it up more. Hear it now? That's just that sound. And I can change the pitch of that by moving this to frequency cutoff. Get it? So you can make all kinds of kick drums with that. Then we have rings doing some, I don't know what you call that, like a bongo? Kind of like a bongo. How is it doing it? Honestly, I don't remember at this point. Something's going on. That the brightness is getting modulated on an LFO. We've got the shape, which is the important thing. So what's happening? So it goes from kind of like a pitched string-like sound. If you turn up the shape, it just gives it kind of a more inharmonic sound. Gives it more of a percussive kind of sound. Okay? We're creating the drums. And they're all together. Sound kind of good. What else we got? We got this. Now this wasn't going the whole time, but this is just regular sample drums coming in through rings. Or I'm sorry, beads. And it's just going because it's getting triggered. Chicka 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 chicka. There's an 8th note. Actually 16th note. 16th note. And these are all the little samples that it's doing because beads is a granular. So it comes in like that too. You can make that sound if you change the pitch. Pretty beadsy kind of stuff. That's what beads sounds all crazy. Now it's just fun to make kind of the half step beat. Do that. Do some more interesting stuff. That's fun. This is the part where I say it's fun. See, everything's fun. What else do we got? That's another drum machine one. This is just regular ass drums, baby. Nothing like a little American drums, you know what I'm saying? Beer and a hot dog type drums. Hell yeah. What else we got? These are all VST instruments. Nobody cares about those. But what is interesting, using a Phrygian? It's the one with the PH. Phrygian scale? Higgy biggy? Anyway, it's got that kind of oriental type sound, you know? I can say it, I'm one of them. But yeah, it sounds like we're in the damn Middle East, you know? There's someone going, oh. And then, of course, I did that with, I don't know if this is still saved. Is this going to go? No, it's not. It's not saved. Okay, it's gone. But you heard me. I was going, Dammi Falastini. My blood is Palestinian, is what that means. And also Palestine Hurrah, free Palestine, in Arabic. I don't speak Arabic because my parents wanted to be white. Just kidding. Love you. That's pretty much it. I don't think I have anything else that's going on that's all that interesting. Yeah, we had some of this. I actually didn't even really get into this. I wanted to, but I didn't. I had a fucking mother hell of a mother hell of a time recording this today for some reason. This is the complaining section. I think I just got in my head I wanted it to sound good. And it doesn't always have to be good, you know? It just can be bad, and that's fine. I'm just kidding. But there's some stuff, the cool stuff that I had planned. I'll probably try it next week. But I can do this, right? So I actually have, the steady state gate, it's got a envelope out, which is kind of nifty, because I can throw that into this filter here. And so now the kick drum is controlling the filter. Kind of break it down. Break it down. Do. Let's bring it up. Bum bum. Bada bum. That's kind of like a second kick drum, because I could even turn this down. You just got kick drums all over the place. A little zappy kick drum. You get it. Drum synthesis. I don't know if anybody cares. I don't think anybody watches any of this, but anyway, I love you. Free Palestine. Shout out to Scroungers podcast. Up Lovely, Jacob Venom Snake, and Dave Number 7. We love you, and I hope that you have a great time with whatever you're up to. Anyway, goodbye. I'm turning it off now.